Hey friends, so I want to talk to you again a little bit more about like magnetism and all of that because here's the thing. As I am hosting a whole month about magnetism and really like finding our confidence, finding our spark and that kind of thing in the Rise Sisterhood, I'm learning that a lot of us really relate this whole vibe to our accomplishments, like the amount of confidence that we have, how magnetic we feel, how good we feel. And so here's the thing. If you are the kind of woman who you look like you have it all together, we know who we are, right? You know you look like you have it all together from the outside. You have the job, you have the huge planner with like the perfect schedule, the aesthetically pleasing home, all of it. You're doing the green juice in the mornings, you have your hair done every day, like all of that. But on the inside, you're feeling like a total fraud. You're feeling the imposter syndrome. You're feeling like I'm not really this woman. You don't feel truly embodied in the way that you look outside and the way that you feel on the inside. So today I want to chat with you about why confidence doesn't come from competence, right? Why all of our achievements, you can hit every single goal, look incredible while doing it, and you can still feel off. So, if you don't already know me, I am Audrey Rose. I'm a somatic life coach, a registered nurse, and a little bit of a nervous system nerd. I'm not here to fix you because you are not broken. That is like my whole mantra. That's my whole thing. You're not broken, but I'm just here to help you understand what's happening inside your body, nervous system wise, so that we can heal that and truly find our happiness again. So, looking put together, we all know this. It's not the same as feeling powerful. And I know that we all see the influencers on IG that are telling us, if you just do your hair and makeup today, you're going to feel 50 times better. And while that's a little bit true, it's not the same thing, right? Another accomplishment, another bag, whatever, like it doesn't always make us feel 10 times better. The women that I work with who are like the most impressive people ever, they're exhausted. And that's because these are the women who can walk into a boardroom and face a million people and pitch a proposal, right? But they panic when they have to slow down. These are the women who are nurses out there saving freaking lives for a living, but just want to chill at the end of the day, really. But it's truly hard to relax fully because our bodies don't let us because we're so used to the hustle, the grind, the go, go, go kind of mentality, so I'm going to get to that, right? But we have all of these accomplishments. They look really great on paper. At night, instead of doing what you would think that this kind of person is doing, they are secretly scrolling Zillow until 1 a.m. or watching de-shedding videos on Instagram, the morning de-sheds or whatever they're called, on Instagram all night long till 1 a.m., right? Just kind of escaping, disassociating. And again, like I always say, it's not because you're broken. It's not at all. It's just because your nervous system isn't learning how to feel safe in those moments of visibility. And it needs all of this recovery time. And that's when we're staying up till 1 a.m. doing all of these kinds of disassociation things. It's all just a way for our nervous system to try to complete the stress cycle and come back down and re-regulate itself. So a lot of this can cause us to not feel so confident in the everyday, right? You have spent your whole life learning how to people please. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's something that we've all been taught as women, how to perform, how to over deliver, how to be impressive all the time. But nobody taught you how to feel safe being seen. Nobody taught you how to feel safe being seen. So when you're seen, when you're on social media as an entrepreneur, when you are in the boardroom pitching something, or literally at work as a healthcare provider doing something or trying to call a doctor or doing something like that, your body is bracing, thinking that you're about to be judged. It knows that there's a threat coming. Your body gets really scared and your brain is like, yeah, we're out here, we're crushing it. Like, I'm going to pitch this. I'm excited about it. I'm going to go speak on a stage in front of 2,000 women. But your body is perceiving it as a threat. Like, we're going to die. Like, something is really happening. Like, there's a tiger. It's about to chase me. And so again, that's not a mindset issue because your mind can't change all of that. It's a nervous system issue. Your nervous system is not in alignment with your mind, with everything else, that's going on. So confidence doesn't come from knowing what to say or knowing how to crush that pitch or, as a healthcare provider, knowing the steps of an ACLS code, right? It's not about that. It comes from your body knowing that you're safe to be seen. So if these things don't match up, that's when you're going to get your self-sabotage. You're going to freeze up. You're going to do like what I do when I speak on stage and talk way too fast. You might apologize too much. You might obsess over, the post before you're going to post it. And this is where we have a perceived lack of confidence. So the thing is, I know I said this a minute ago, but you don't need another new outfit for this whole thing to feel more confident. Or, yeah, I get it. Like, hiring a makeup artist might help before you're going to go on stage. Like, that might help a little bit, right? These things will help a little bit, just whatever, buying something new or feeling like a little bit better about the situation materialistically. Again, it might help a little bit. But what you really need and what's really going to help you is teaching your nervous system that every time that you're being seen, that every time you're chasing a big goal of yours, that it's not going to lead to another threat. You need to teach your nervous system that not every time that you are putting yourself out there or doing something really exciting, that the other shoe is going to drop. We need to learn that that's not going to be the case. A body that can stay present while you're being seen and know that this isn't a big threat. We're going to hold on to that visibility without bracing for the impact, right? So knowing the tools that are going to help you do that and anchor the actual confidence into your body, not just your brain, not just your mindset. And so that's where the things that I always teach are, like the breath work or the EFT tapping, sound baths, even sacred rituals, even some spirituality. All of this comes into play so we can teach this to your body. We want to regulate the nervous system so that we can show up without shrinking down into that version of ourselves that doesn't look confident, that doesn't own her confidence, right? This is the hack. Like, this literally is the hack. Doing the somatic healing work so that we can learn that we are safe. We need to just teach our bodies that we are safe. If you don't understand kind of the science part behind this and you want to learn more, just DM me the word reset anywhere on social media or scroll down. I have a link to it there. But I have a free training for you all about how the nervous system kind of works. And it's not like super crazy, tons of science, but it's a little bit. But it teaches you how it's all going to play together so that you can really learn why, the threats pop up and how we overcome them, what it is about nervous system regulation that is actually going to help us do that, and why those tools I mentioned really work. And again, you can also just blindly trust what I say if you want, but that video has kind of more of like the training behind how all of this works. But I just want to give you a little kind of challenge for this week. Don't walk around trying to fix yourself. Don't walk around trying to overperform or buy everything that you think is going to make you feel more confident. Just pay attention to where you give your confidence away. Pay attention to where you shrink before you even walk in, or walked into the room. Pay attention to where you shrink or you don't raise your hand in the boardroom at work, or where you don't, I don't know another example, but where you're not letting yourself be seen. Pay attention to where that is happening. And where does your body tense up, right? Where do you sell yourself short? Because that's the first roadmap. That's the first real work. It doesn't have to be scary. You're not calling yourself out. You're not freaking yourself out. It's just for you to start paying attention so that we can add confidence into that situation, right? All right, friends. I love seeing when you resonate with these episodes. So if this is hitting home for you, if this is feeling good, share it to your stories, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose. And again, just thank you so much for all of your kind words and for listening. And I will see you here again next time.